Okay. Alrighty, I think we're working. Let me just get the comments up here. Alright, we are functional, I believe. We may have frozen myself here. Aha, perfect. Okay, we are working. Okay, so as you can tell, I've picked the Looking Up card kit to feature. Sorry, my dog is staring at me in a funny way. So the votes came in actually tied. Everybody on Instagram wanted to watch the For the Love of Felt, or what is that what it was called? Kit, and everybody on Facebook wanted to see the Looking Up card kit. So Facebook won out. So we're gonna do this one, and then I'll do the For the Love of Felt a different day. This is an all-inclusive kit, so it includes everything you need to make 15 cards. If you have the Experience Creativity, the beginner customer brochure, which isn't just for beginners, it's just a mini brochure. It is on the 4th and 5th page, and it shows you kind of everything you get. This kit is only 37 bucks, so this is really good. I look at it as like $2 a card and then $7 for the stamp set, which $7 for a stamp set is really good. Anyways, so I have added a few things to my kit because I always do. Dimensionals actually come with the kit. I managed to lose the little ink spot already, so I'm using the full-sized ink pad, and I've got my own bone folder. And then I lost the block already too, so I'm using just some regular blocks that I've got. And the reason why I've got so many of them is because I'm gonna kind of mount up everything. So it does come with the stamp set, and I've got one mounted up already here that says, "I'm so very thankful for you." Then there's a happy birthday, thank you so much, feel better soon, and I hear congratulations are in order. So I'm going to mount those all up so that I can do one of each. And I'm going to show you something really cool when I actually get around to doing my stamping. There is a few little extra stamps in here too that you can use to add some extra wow to your cards. There's some little birds and a little starburst, but I'm not going to use those today. Alrighty. So congratulations and happy birthday. And thank you so much, and feel better soon. Okay. Put those all off to the side. It comes with instructions as well, and these instructions just show each card, and then there's little numbered steps. With this one, you'll notice that there is a 4 in the steps, but there is not a 4 on these, and I'll point out to where that comes into play, because you have a few options with this kit, and that you will see. You also have the option of using dimensionals or the included adhesive dots, which are somewhere in here. Adhesive dots, here they are. Adhesive dots. As you can tell, I'm not using these. I like to pop everything up. So the next thing I need is I'm gonna need all my little bits and pieces. So I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm short a piece there. Which one though? Oh, got it for that one. And I'm gonna put my envelopes aside for now. I'm gonna do all my stamping first. Just put the instructions up there so I can keep an eye on them. I'm gonna need one of each of these, because I'm only gonna do one of each card. If you're hoping to see more than that, well, that would be a really long video. So I'm just going to do one of each card and show you how kind of they all follow the same flow. So we're going to do the stamping first, and then we'll go on to kind of the next step for all the cards. Okay, so feel better soon. I'm going to do on the circle. Now, if you've used photopolymer stamps for any length of time, you know that they stain. So this is one that I stamped with, believe it or not, with this ink, and it stained to this lovely red color, which is what they normally stain to. but they don't have to. So what you can do is if you stamp them off, and you can see it's still stained, but it's not really putting any ink on the paper anymore, but it's still miscolored. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the stamp cleaning pad. This is a new product in the annual catalog, and what it does is it gets all of that staining off of there. It's amazing. Even ones that have been stained for a while, it doesn't get quite as much off, but it will still be less so. And then you just rinse them with water, and of course I usually use my microfiber, which I forgot to grab, so I'll grab it now. And just wipe that off. Hi, Sue. So I'm just showing that stamp cleaning pad right now because it's incredible how much of that comes off. So this is one that I didn't clean with the stamp cleaning pad, and this is one that I cleaned with the stamp cleaning pad right away, and it has no ink left on it. The thing is freaking magical. All right, I'm so very thankful. Just gonna go on this one, and then we're gonna do the same thing. We'll stamp off on there a bit. So this one is still gonna have some staining because it had some staining from before, but that's okay. And then, thanks so very much. We'll put on this one. And this is just kind of like a Versamark pad. This is what it kind of reminds me of. And it doesn't actually smell too bad. My microfiber just has. So again, it's not a big deal if your photopolymer stamps are stained. They look nicer, obviously, and they are a little easier to line up when you can really see. That's kind of the biggest thing as to why you might want your stamps to be cleaner. Hi, Marlene. So there we go. And then my last one here. Congratulations. You don't have to refill it, or at least they don't have a refill for it, unless I'm mistaken. So if it runs out of juice, it does have juice on it, then you would just get a new one. They're fairly reasonably priced. I don't have it in front of me how much they are. So it's not that big a deal to replace it, but right now they don't. And I think too, it's because some of that ink you can see, like this was actually just a like off-white when I got it. So that ink kind of ends up in the pad. So I think you want to replace the whole thing instead of just rejuicing it. Okie dokie. There we've got all our stamping done. So that's kind of the first step to all of these cards. The next step is going to be putting on these copper foil elements, and these are actually stickers. So they're already have adhesive on them. So I'm just going to get one of each card base in here. And again, it comes with 3 of each. So you can make 15 cards. Alrighty. So this, of course, I'm the bone folder queen. Always, always, always use your bone folder on that corner. And I think I mentioned it in my last video too, but you really want to use this edge. Don't use the flat part. Use the edge to really get that nice crisp edge on there. Okie dokie. Now I wanted to bring that plane out again because this is the one that I had. There we go. So these just kind of go onto your card front. So each one has a slightly different placement. but they shows you in the instructions where the placement is. So you can see there, that little ladder goes right above the black and white stripes. So I'm going to do that for each of my borders here. So this one, and you could mix and match these for the most part. I think that would still work. So if you wanted to use a different greeting, those kinds of things. And there is some extras in here, so you do have some extra to play with. And the balloons get the circles. Those just go along the bottom there. And this one gets the circle frilly thing. Oh, there is a refill. Thanks for checking, Sue. I totally missed that. Shows you how much attention I was paying when I was putting my order in, because I always get the refills for things. Alrighty, we're gonna stick this down. And the last one here gets these little diamonds. Okay. And this one doesn't go along at the very bottom, it just goes up a little bit. Perfect. Now, I don't know about you, but all of these, at least definitely those two, but these ones too, the colors and stuff totally remind me of Florida. That is what Orlando looked like to me. Okay, the next and kind of the last step is to attach our greetings. It's that simple. So you can do it with either the adhesive strip, the adhesive dots, or the dimensionals that come with it, or whatever adhesive you choose. I like dimensionals, so I'm going to use dimensionals, and I'm going to pop all these bad boys up. And at this point, it's literally just like match up the stamped sentiment to which card they fit on. And again, you could totally play with this and mix and match them. I'm just going to make them exactly how the instructions say. And there is extra of stuff in the kit. Yeah, I'll show you in a second here what all we've got extra. It's actually kind of crazy. So just remember, there's 3 of each of 5 cards. And then I'll show you how much extra stuff we have. Oh, I did this. Oh, that's why it looks funny. I did this upside down. The stripe piece should have been on that side. That's okay. All right, so we've got these 5 cards. So I'm going to show you what we have extra. So I've used up all of the airplane card bases now. I still have 2 of this one. I still have 1 of this one, 1 of this one, and 1 of that one, to give you an idea of what I've got left for card bases, because there is not extra card bases. But I have, on here, I've just got left 1 of the circles. So again, I need 2 of those, but I have 2 here. So I actually have an extra 1. Same with this one. I still have extras and extras of everything in those stickers. Crazy, right? The labels there isn't really any extras of these labels, but they're all ones that you could fairly easily do with a punch or a die. So not too worried about having extras of those. What I do have extras of though, that is kind of crazy, is these bits. So these bits are extra. And there's enough that you could do this to all of them, but I haven't done it to all of them. You can add these to your cards to add another 3D element. So I'm going to show you how that looks like. So for example, on this card here, I'm going to add extra little 3D balloons. And the way that I'm going to do this is by layering with dimensionals. So if I can find where I put my dimensionals, they can't have gone far. There they are. And I'm going to put my big balloon on here. And I'm just going to layer it on top of the one that's already on there. And then when I put my purple balloon on here, I'm going to double it up. And this was Holly's fantastic idea when we were making these. So I'm going to make sure that there's room where I'm going to go over. And now this is actually going to float over top of this layer and this layer, like that. Ta-da! And now I can put this one on here too if I wanted. And this one's just going to be just a regular one-dimensional one so that it slips underneath that one. How cool is that? So I've got an extra layer on there, and I've got those little 3D elements. There is also palm trees that you could put on. I mean, you can put them on any cards, and you can do this with your adhesive dots too. So you could do like some extra palm trees on here, just like that. You could do your little airplane on here. So you've got your little airplane, or you can use these elements on other cards too. You don't have to use them on these cards. They're totally extra. You've got these little regular trees for on this card. So you can pop those up on there. Make your forest a little denser. And then this one's kind of cute. This one has some little raindrops. So this one, I don't have my mini glue dots or mini dimensionals with me, but that's totally what I would want to use for these because they're kind of tiny. So there's some extra little raindrops that you could add them just to your label like that. Or you could add them as kind of a 3D element to your card base. So there we go. These are the 5 cards with the like bonus extra little bits that you can make with this kit. If you want to get this kit for yourself, you can go to thecraftymedic.com. If you look on the right, it'll have a hostess code and a little shopping link, so you can go check that out. Or just get in touch with me, let me know you want one, and I'll get one for you. I will be doing another Facebook Live with For the Love of Felt kit. So stay tuned for that. Again, these 5 cards came together in like 15 minutes. So you can put together 15 cards fairly quickly. You know, even if you're slow, even if it took you twice as long, you would have those 15 cards done in an hour and a half. Just saying. You need a bunch of cards. You could do them all as birthday cards. You could do them all as thank you cards. There we go. Happy stamping. Stay out of trouble.